Hi guy, good night to you. So tonight we're going to talk about the finding of Bible scholars on the belief of the early Christian. Well, when I say early Christian, actually the word early Christian also could mean the follower of Jesus and the follower of Paul. So actually Jesus and his followers don't like to be called Christian because they have a word they used to call themselves, but this word they used to call themselves never been on the highlight. Actually they call themselves Mormon, but it doesn't matter. Cannot be Christian, call them early Christian, which is the follower of Jesus and also the follower of Paul. So what they found was a manuscript that tell that people, early Christians, some of them don't believe that, didn't believe that Jesus was resurrected. They had believed that Jesus was alive, had not been killed on the cross, while some early Christian, maybe the followers of Paul, believed Jesus was crucified. And why the follower of Jesus had not believed that Jesus was crucified? Because of the gospel of Barnabas. Barnabas was one of the witnesses that seen that Jesus came to Mary's house. Jesus had said, "I am Jesus, I am alive." So that's the reason Barnabas was there. And the Christian believed that Mary Magdalene was also the witness, but instead of Mary Magdalene witnessing Jesus was alive, they say Mary Magdalene had been the witness of the resurrected Jesus. That is not true. She was the witness of Jesus was alive. Barnabas was the witness of Jesus was alive. I can name all the people who had witnessed that Jesus was alive. Okay, John, James, Lazarus, of course Mary, the mother of Jesus, two of Mary's sisters, the aunt of Jesus, Martha. So I think we have already 9 people who were the witness. So the important witness is described in Barnabas, who wrote the Gospel of Jesus or the Gospel of Barnabas. So, not all the disciples were the witness. The only disciple that were the witness was only three: James, John, and Barnabas. So the rest of the disciples were not there, but they got the information that Jesus was alive from Barnabas, who wrote Gospel of Barnabas, and of course this flow of Jesus read the Gospel of Barnabas as their holy book. So they are the people who believe that Jesus was alive. So were the followers of Jesus, or those who believe in Jesus at that time, believe that Jesus had not died, because Jesus had been saying to them that Jesus would not be killed by his enemies. Of course, before Jesus visit them or visit her mother, they had all believed that Jesus had died, because the person that was transformed into Jesus looked like real Jesus, and they had believed it was real Jesus because the look, the way he speak, and all physical appearance looked like Jesus. But that was the miracle of God that transformed Judas to appear like Jesus. Even this disciple not realized it was Judas. Even her mother did not realize, and she believed it was Jesus until Jesus visited her from the third heaven, because of the scribe Barnabas was there to write the story of what happened. So then the Gospel of Barnabas was banned in year 325. The Gospel of Barnabas was banned. But then why is this Christian saying the Gospel of Barnabas was written in 1500, in year 1500? But when Gospel of Barnabas was banned much earlier than that, year AD 325, so it must have been written much earlier than that, and that is during Jesus' time, because Barnabas had lived during Jesus' time. So that was, so he completed writing the Gospel of Barnabas only 3 years, because Jesus being a prophet for only 3 years. In that 3 years, Gospel of Barnabas was already completed as the gospel of the flow of Jesus. So when Jesus was 33, after he departed, he visited her mother in his mother's house, and then the visit only for a short while to explain and to tell her mother that Jesus was alive. Then he departed to heaven. So, and all in all, Jesus were in the ministry of prophet 3 years only. So by the time Jesus already completed writing the Gospel of Barnabas. So there were no printing at that time. So anyone want copy of Gospel of Barnabas, they have to hire the people who can write. So it's all in handwriting. Of course, it is more expensive than a book to get people to write a copy and write by hand. Maybe it takes 2 to 3 months to rewrite everything, from first page to final page. And of course you have to pay money, maybe a month's salary for that person to write. And also at those time, paper is expensive, and I don't know whether they use paper or they wrote on animal skin. So I don't know whether paper was already there during that time, but I've seen picture of Gospel of Barnabas that was found in Turkey. It doesn't look like the writing was on piece of paper. It look brown color, more like it's on the skin of animal. So it looked thick because the skin of animal is thicker than paper. So the book must have been very expensive at that time, in those times. And okay, the reason was the eyewitness, and he was also described of Gospel of Barnabas, who was there. But Christians don't like to believe this, because the Christian, the back of their mind is what Paul was saying, from resurrected by Jesus, that they get the salvation, because Jesus had to die for this sacrifice to take place. If Jesus had not died, then there is no sacrifice, there is no salvation. So how much the Christian live salvation, they cling to it like a drowning man being on a piece of straw when he was drowning. So he just cling to a piece of straw he see floating. So he hope by grabbing the straw, he would also float like the straw. Thank you very much for listening.